to the Big House, Michigan Stadium. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Horned Frogs ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go and make a statement today.
Underwood in the gun on third down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, it's just a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
Inside, it's Payne. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick completion to the right. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Payne. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now on the move. Got enough for the first.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Handoff from the gun. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This crowd knows when to bring it. To the air, it's Craig. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with his speed.
3rd and goal where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Quarterback keeps it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. The short hands, it's Hansen. At midfield, he's got room. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
At the 35, he's open. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's going to lose a yard on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Going to try to get it himself. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Running inside. It's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Caught. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Keeps looking downfield. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know, if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And at this point on the field, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still 1st and goal. Here's Underwood to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to slam in. And he's in! Touchdown, Wolverines! The extra point here would tie the game. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Payne.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Looking to throw, it's Craig. Fires to the right. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Underwood unloads it left. Finds his man. It's Hansen. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And the Wolverines peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Play fake, Underwood. Finds his big tight end. Turning it on. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it.
Got some room in to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Takes a handoff. It's Walker.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Craig. Quickly to the tight end. And he's wrestled to the ground. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go.
Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Michigan. A pick 6.
One of the things I love about this linebacker, guys, is the versatility. He's not just good against the run. He not only can rush the passer, he can cover as well. Great job reading the QB's eyes. Plucks the football out of the air, and he's not going down. He's not running out of bounds. He's taking this thing all the way back to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Running inside. It's Payne. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, TCU. Rolled his way into the end zone.
So nice to have the run game. So nice to trust in it. So nice to cut this game to a one-possession game. Halftime now becomes a lot more bearable. Coaches ain't yelling and screaming. We got to get this fixed, but we got some positive mojo on our side.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to pass, it's Underwood. He lets one fly deep. Upstairs he's got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Cool at... Oh, there's the ball! And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 20 team, the Clemson Tigers. And it's the Sooners looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the American Conference.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll open this 3rd quarter with a run. Makes it past the marker. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The option, he'll keep it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
To the air, it's Craig. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And his passing game, they can't get in sync, man. They can't get in rhythm. It seems like all game it's been a struggle. Nice job by the defense, dropping back, breaking on the football, but this offense has to find their rhythm somehow, some way.
Grabs it in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. College football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the counter. He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a 1st down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. It's Marshall. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And I actually thought the defense had the right coverage there. That's just really good offense, like really good timing between QB and tight end. You got a middle of the field safety. You got those guys underneath. The defense has to see the ball, break on it, but sometimes they're just too good of a duo.
The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Marshall. Got a little grass. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, you got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays. And those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25. Stopped at the 26. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
To throw, it's Craig. Finds the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. The give to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, look, Ma, one hand.
Nothing you can do about that on defense. That's just an outstanding one-handed grab by the tight end.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Some misdirection with the counter. Stopped after a gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Looking for room at the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Running inside. It's Payne. Powers through. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Payne. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! The Horned Frogs answer right back. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Motion from the wideout.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for us.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. It's really not hard to find the difference between this game and the loss last week. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Seven-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And that's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's Underwood to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You're not going to fool this guy on the running back screen. They're trying to invite him up the field, rushing the passer, but he saw it too soon. He was able to stop in his tracks, locate the running back, get outside, and make a tackle. That is a very heads-up play that time by the DN.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
He's got him. He's down immediately, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
He'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Behind the chains now on second and long. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on third and long. Got him downfield. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there are still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
180 race car. 180 race car. Wants to adjust the pattern. Sends it back in motion. Underwood. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Now, listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Big Blue with the response. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Craig. Here's the pressure. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big?
Here's a little room there. Gain of 8 is now 3rd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a 1st down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. If they didn't get it off in time, it'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Going for the marker on the ground. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.